Hello, and welcome to the video tutorial for Pomegranate Planet, a 2 to 4 player blind bidding game where each player is trying to earn items from the market to grow the most pomegranates. To start, each player chooses one of the set of bidding cards, which are referred to as Pom Pebbles. Pom Pebbles are the local currency on Pomegranate Planet, and you'll be using these to try to earn items from the market. Shuffle the deck of market cards. Deal the top 5 cards out in a row. These will be the market cards for the first round. Each round, players will choose one of their Pom Pebble cards and put it face down in front of each of their 5 cards in the market. Once all players have placed a Pom Pebble card for each item in the market, flip over all of the Pom Pebble cards. For each item in the market, the player that bid with the highest Pom Pebble card wins the item and takes it. If there's a tie for the highest value Pom Pebble bid, the highest value Pom Pebbles cancel each other out, and the next highest bidding player gets the item. If there is a tie with no second highest bid, the item goes to the discard pile next to the deck of market cards.
Put them in
After
a pile
distributing
to
the items from the market, place the used Pom Pebble cards off to the side. You should have 10 Pom Pebble cards left in your hand. You'll use 5 more during the second round of bidding, and the rest during the third round of bidding. After 3 rounds of bidding, you'll get all your Pom Pebble cards back and repeat the process. There are a few things to think about when choosing which Pom Pebble cards to bid with each round. You might try and use your high cards right away and secure some great items, but if you do, you'll be giving your opponents an advantage for the next few rounds until you get your high cards back. If you end up tying, you'll both be wasting some of your high value cards, and you might give someone else an opportunity to get a great item for a cheap cost if you and an opponent cancel each other's high bids out. When you earn items from the market, you'll have to place them into the appropriate locations. Cards with this icon are inventory items. Each player has 3 fields in front of them that start out empty, and inventory items are eventually going to be brought there for planting. But when you earn them from the market, you're going to put them directly into another space in front of you called the inventory. At the end of a round, if you have 6 or more items in your inventory, you're going to bring 5 of them and put them into a field for planting. All 5 items must go to a single field. Any items that you have left over will remain in the inventory for later. The ideal field contains seeds, as well as water and fertilizer to help them all grow. If your field is missing water and or fertilizer, not all of the seeds that you plant will grow into tasty pomegranates. Pollinate and greenhouse cards are field items. When you earn a field item from the market, you're going to put it directly into one of your fields. It can go into a field that's empty or one that's been planted, but once you put it in a field, you can't move it. Each field can contain only a single field item. These cards are ways to enhance the number of pomegranates that your fields produce, which can really help you rack up the points. If you win a tractor card from the market, put it off to the side. It does not take up a space in your inventory. Tractors can be used to rearrange some of the inventory items in your fields and can make them more efficient, giving you more pomegranates. Winning a Wheelbarrow card allows you to draw the top 3 cards of the deck. You choose one of them and put it into the designated area, and you discard the rest. When a Pests card enters the market, everyone needs to be careful. The bidding on these cards works a little bit differently. The player that bids the lowest value Pom Pebble card will be forced to take it and add it to their inventory. The next time they move cards from their inventory into a field, the Pests card needs to be one of those cards. Not only does this take up one of the 5 spaces in your field, it'll be worth -1 pomegranate for that field. You'll definitely want to avoid these pests at all costs. When one player plants their 3rd field, the game is over. Other players can move cards from their inventory into a field, even if they don't have enough cards to plant a full field. Then, players will count up the total number of pomegranates that their fields grow. If a field contains water and fertilizer, all of the seeds that were planted in that field will grow and yield the number of pomegranates shown on the card. Seed cards can yield 1, 2, or 3 pomegranates. If a field contains only water or only fertilizer but not the other, only 2 of the seed cards planted in that field will grow. If that's the case, you get to choose which of the seed cards will grow. If your field doesn't contain water or fertilizer, only one of the seed cards that was planted will grow. When counting your score, don't forget to include the effects of Pollinate and Greenhouse. Pollinate gives you an extra pomegranate for each of the seed cards in that field that grow, whereas Greenhouse doubles the number of pomegranates that a single seed card gives you. The player that grows the most pomegranates is crowned the primary purveyor of pomegranates on the planet and wins the game.